Hey, how we doing? This is Mateo Ortiz for the Bio 182 Lab, Fall 2022 at Arizona State University. This is the video for the Snapshot Serengeti Lab Report. The title of my lab report was General Wildebeest Behavior in the Wild Concerning the Biotic and Abiotic Factors Around Them. So, for an introduction, the Serengeti is a region in northern Tanzania with a vast ecosystem containing many species and spanning thousands of miles. It is a protected national park with many trail cameras set up for surveillance in the wildlife and the interactions of such. One specific species that was of interest to our group was the wildebeest. The wildebeest is of interest because of its migration habits and its physical traits. It's very big, but they travel in a pack and they're very, relatively quick. The question for this study was, what habitat are the wildebeest most populated in? Our group predicted that since the wildebeest physique is larger and that they graze, the condition of the grasslands would suit them and is where the highest concentration would be. The materials and methods. So our hypothesis was grasslands is the habitat the wildebeest will be most populated in. And the justification for this hypothesis is since the conditions of the environment suit the wildebeest physique and nutritional needs best, the species will thrive in the grasslands. And the independent variable is the habitats, and the dependent variable is the distance to the river and the risk of lions, which is also what we analyzed. So as part of this experiment, 4 habitats were examined: the grasslands, the woodlands, the shrublands, and the forest, using photos from the JMP software, and were examined for their proximity to the river and the wildebeest population within. Additionally, lion population was recorded to see how the risk of predation would affect our hypothesis. Next up, I'm going to be showing the results, the data we collected. So this is the first graph we have, and it shows the habitat versus the species, which is just the population of the species, the population of the wildebeest that are in each habitat. So first at the bottom is the grasslands, which is we hypothesized to have the highest, and it actually is the lowest. Second is the shrubland, which is higher than the grasslands. Higher than the grasslands. Third is the woodland. The second to the top up there had the highest population, actually. And then right above that is the forest, and that is the population compared to the habitats. So now here is the woodlands distance to river, which is a little less than 5,000 meters. Now here is the grasslands distance to river, which is considerably less. It's only 3,000 meters. And this is significant because it shows that this habitat is closer to the water, where the wildebeest, they drink water, and they, hang out, and it's closer to where there'd be more grass where they can graze. So now here is the lion risk in the grassland, which is about 0.003%. Now here is the lion risk in the woodlands, which is a little bit lower than the risk of lion in the grasslands. So the data actually shows that the hypothesis was not supported, since the habitat with the highest population of wildebeest was the woodlands. The data also shows that the grasslands is actually a higher lion risk area. Although the data is observed, it may not be strikingly accurate, since it's all data observed from the photographs from the JMP. It is still a fair representation of the populations and the habitats. And for final discussion, the data points to the conclusion that wildebeest is higher than in the woodland than in the grassland. The risk of lions in the grassland is higher than that in the woodland, showing that the woodlands is a safer place for the wildebeest to congregate. The data shows that the wildebeest will avoid areas like grasslands because of their proximity to rivers, which correlates with the population of lions. A possible confounding factor could be the season in which the data was collected, as in a different season, the data could be varied. The implications of the study are to analyze the behavior of wildebeest and how their habitat of choice could impact their survival rates of top-down factors like predation. And thank you so much. This was my lab report video. Have a good one.